How you going? Remember me? I'm back, at least for a video. Got a new shaving soap and splash that I would like to review on my channel. It is Mr. Darcy from Darwin Shaving, which is a French company. Thomas runs it, and he also, I think he bought the name right of Darwin as well, Darwin Shaving, from the original Darwin razor from back 30s, 40s, before World War II, and I believe the war effort during World War II pretty much snuffed out the company. So I'll just open it up, just let you have a look inside. And there you can see it's got Darwin imprinted on the soap. Really nice scent. And we also have the splash and the little, I think it's wax seal. It is wax. So I'll crack that on the video when the time comes later on. And yeah, I'll just use old favourite, the Diplomat. One of these blades that I've been used recently that's still using. So ever sharp, really nice blade. The blade itself is just chrome, no printing on it at all. Looks really nice. So if you ever get the chance to buy one of these, if you see them on eBay, snap a couple up. Yeah, you won't regret it. Right, just before I get started, I've just probably used a bit too much soap there, but it's quite a soft soap. It's not a hard soap. And I'm going to use the Darwin synthetic brush. It's the first time I've used it actually, so looking forward to it. Nice and soft. Well, as you can see, it's a nice creamy lather. It may not be a soap that blooms up into a thick lather in the bowl, but it is nice and creamy. Last time I shaved was Saturday morning quickly. It's now late Wednesday afternoon, so it's a 4 or 5 day growth, so away we go. So it's been a long time between drinks, and nothing really special's happened. Just been working like a madman. I've got a job I've had for, it'll be 2 years this May, as a contract postal in the town I live, just delivering letters on scooter and then going out delivering parcels each day. Because it's a contract, there's no holidays. Well, there is, but I've got to pay for it, so I've got to pay someone to do it, to do my job, and quite frankly, it's just impossible. The whole delivering of parcels And you'd think that would be a really, really simple job. And once you get to know it, it is a very simple job. It only becomes simple when you learn all the streets in the area, in the town I live. You learn all the street names. You know how to get there with your eyes closed. Half the street corners don't have street names, signposts. And you know every house number. So you look at your parcel and go, oh, maybe I'm delivering shoes, and it's to number 5 Haymaker Street. Well, I know exactly where number 5 Haymaker Street is. And how to get there. But when you first start out, you sort of know where Haymaker Street is, but if you come in, meet the centre part of the street, and you look at the signpost and there's no signpost saying what street it is or even what street you're on, and then you've got to pull out your phone and Google Maps and then find the right direction. Is the Lowe's, I've got to turn right to get to the low numbers or turn left, and blah, blah, blah. So basically, when I first started the job in May 2024, and I'm not exaggerating at all, for the first 2.5 months, I dreamt I was delivering parcels every night. So after about 2.5 months, while I was dreaming I was delivering parcels, after about 2.5 months, I was able to slightly interrupt my dream with the reality, and I could say to myself, and this is strange, but I could say to myself, Doug, you're asleep, you're not delivering parcels. Stop dreaming about parcels. And I still do. I still have nights where I dream about fucking parcels, that I'm delivering it. So anyway, the contract is up for renewal. Got to give 3 months notice. 3 months comes up on April 1st of all dates. And there's probably a 99% chance that I'm not going to renew it. So the other bit of news I've got, if you're an Australian, you'll know all about this. And for anyone from overseas watching this, the Australian government every few years sent to everyone who, it used to be 50 years and over, but now I believe it's 45 and over, send out a bowel cancer test. And it's not the most pleasant test that you can do. It would be lovely if we had to do it to scratch a little stick inside your cheek But you got to take a dump and sit there with a little stick, and you get the idea. So I did that recently. And what they're doing, they're looking for traces of blood in your poo. I think the word poo sounds worse than the word shit. That's just my own personal opinion. So anyway, they found traces of blood. So my doctor rang up. You got to come see me, which I'm doing this Friday. He's probably going to come in. I'm probably going to rock up. He's probably going to have a quick chat about the result. And then I've got to go off and do blood tests. And then I think when I'm seeing the doctor, we're going to be organising. I see a specialist. Apparently, I'm going to do a phone consult with the specialist, who will then book me in for a colonoscopy. That doesn't sound like fun at all. So the good news is, apparently they half knock you out for it. So I didn't want to tell Mum, but you know what happens when you see a doctor about stuff like that? You got any family history with cancer? And I'm not real sure, so I had to ring Mum. Like, I know Dad's side, he had a sister who, a long time ago, she got bone cancer. She passed away, sadly. That was a long time ago. 25 years ago, maybe, a long time. And my old man, he's 87 this year. Apparently he had his prostate bored out at one stage. That was about 20 years ago. I remember my mum come up in conversation. Our family's a bit strange. And but I didn't know much about Mum's side of the family. She come from a big family. She had a couple of brothers who've died. They both died of cancer. They got different cancers. They got one, they fixed that up, and then I went somewhere else. You know the story. If you're around my age, you've heard it all. But my grandma, my mum's mum, she did get bowel cancer, but it was fixed up. They caught it pretty early, it was fixed up. And she died later on of a heart attack. Oh, what am I doing? I'm too busy talking to you guys. So yeah, my family's a bit strange, a bit of the old medical stuff. We all like each other. We're not a family that's at war with each other, or some families get nasty shit. We're not like that, but we're fucking far from touchy, huggy, feely kissies. Far from that. I don't know if I ever told this story or not, but some years ago, I reckon before COVID, about 7:30 at night, Mum rang me up. And she goes, I just want to tell you, Dad had a stroke this morning. I'm like, what? What the fuck happened? And I'm thinking, it was this morning, and why are you only telling me now it's 7:30 at night? And she goes, yeah, he had a stroke, you're sitting there and he threw up. And we had to call an ambulance, and they came and took him to hospital. And I think, fuck, you know. I'm going, well, where is he now? Thinking he's in hospital, you know, he's had a stroke. She goes, oh, he's doing the dishes. I'm like, what? That's my family, mate. He's doing the dishes. Anyway, I told Mum, got all that information from her. She was pretty casual about it. She didn't seem stressed. You know, I am the oldest son of 4 kids. Mums love all their kids, but I think they're a little bit more special to the first one. In general. Right, I'm going to clean up. Now, that was a really nice shave. You know, the soap was really, really good. I'll give you a bit of a rundown. So I've got my cheat sheets here with my scribble on it. That scribble for you. So basically it's a leather tobacco fragrance and with oud and vetiver. So it's has a warm leather accounts and a slight, I don't know if I can pronounce this, animalic touch reminiscent of the nobility of horses. It has natural ingredients and it has mare's milk in it, horse's milk. When I've sniffed this, I obviously gave it a good sniff beforehand. It smells really nice, and the vetiver is there. If you really like your vetiver scents, you're going to love it. There's an effervescence lemon type scent in there as well that's quite upfront, and it's got lemon and like a citronella type scent in there as well. Ingredient, I should say. And I don't know if that is what's coming through to give that scent. Maybe some leather in there, but at the moment on this, it's sort of in the background. So if you have Tom Ford's grey vetiver, it smells remarkably similar. So here's the splash. Here's a little cork that comes in with it. A little tube through there. Almost paranoid of losing this cork. What else was there to use? These are what these things are for. Cutting right through it. Oh, I am like an idiot. I think there's a cork in there as well. And there is. Oh dear. I've made a mess of things. Let's see if I can get the cork out with the old thumbnail. It feels like I'm getting a bit of success. Well, we do have the corkscrew. We may have to go for the corkscrew. Not quite a bottle of red. Sorry, Thomas. So let's go to the splash. Probably put a bit too much on. the alcohol. It burns off quick, the alcohol. Yeah, that smells nice. I would, look, you can wear anything you want any time of year. But I'd say this is a really good spring-autumn scent. Oh, God, it smells nice. So, as I said before, and after, when I was sniffing the soap, and now smelling the actual splash, this really does smell like Tom Ford Grey Vetiver. And if you don't have Tom Ford Grey Vetiver, go to a department store somewhere that stocks Tom Ford, and give it a sniff, see if you like it or not. So here we have it. It's Mr. Darcy from the Mr. Darcy range. There might be still one or two Mr. Darcy shave brushes left. And those brushes had a handle, a ceramic handle that was vintage. And they found a box of them that were at least 100 years old, and they cleaned them up and, added bits to them, and then were able to re-knot them. So yeah, it's a really nice design, really nice red design. Bit of a Chinese New Year design. Small. So I'll leave a link in the comments, or I'll leave the link somewhere in there. And for the Darwin Shaving website, it may come up in French, but they're up in the top right somewhere. There's a tab for English, and it transfers over nicely. From memory, this was about €26, and it's probably that's a standard price, I think, for a top-end shave soap. So if you're looking for something different, this is your soap. Okay, people. I may do another video next week, just update you on my little journey, medical journey. I'm not looking for any sympathy, that's all cool. It is what it is. I'm pretty hopeful, it's nothing. Just something very annoying, but yes, I'm just not looking forward to that. They sticking that camera up my date. Knock me out, just knock me out. Okay, people, on that note, we've just got to leave it there. If you're tuning in for the first time in a long time, I'm real sorry about, being such a stranger, but, hopefully I'll get back, do some more vids. I do have vids on my phone and a few on my computer. I've got to upload it all. And hopefully there is another job lined up. So hopefully I get a month off around the middle of the year in the southern winter. So hopefully I can get everything on there and get it all up. And we'll see how we go. Cheerio. Catch you next time. Ciao.